What's going on, champions? Sharky back once again, and it is yet another Operation Monster Force review. And today we're going to be looking at the Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Trooper, who is already out of the packet because I've been playing around with him for days. So let's have a closer look. So you've got an empty windowed crypt. You have the comic panel talking all about how the Delta Red team was formed, going from Special Forces humans that had an injection from this guy, Mr. Legacy, I believe it is, to become vampires. So yeah, now the undead help Declan Van Helsing, and Dracula fight this guy, the Forgotten King, and his cronies here. So that's a look at the cross-sell art on the back. Very straightforward. It is, of course, a Big Bad Workshop Fresh Monkey Fiction collab. That's the box. That's the mumbo jumbo. Let's have a look at the figure. So as I've said, I've already been playing with this figure. It was actually the first one I decided to open. So he does look a little different as opposed to how he looks in the box. And because I'm a greedy bugger, I actually have another one I haven't opened yet, and that's how he comes in the box. So we'll have a look at the accessories that I've got sitting off camera here. A closer look at the figure. You see he's got the gravestone stand. The webbing is the same as what you see in the box. He's got the grenades on here. He's got his second pistol in here. I've already attached the other one and the holster here. I like this look with the blacked out visor. We'll have a closer look at that there. And there's his ugly mug underneath. I just love how this figure looks all in terms of the tan, the black, and the olive drab. It's a really nice combination. I'm just going to quickly whip this weapon of his off. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, welcome. I've got other Monster Force reviews, so you can check those out if you haven't seen those already. And if you're an existing member of the channel, then you're checking this out most likely, and I appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying all the Monster Force content that I've been dropping. And yeah, feel free to hit the like button, share it, subscribe, all that jazz. So you can see he goes into a T-pose really easily. I haven't played around a lot with the posing of this figure, so he's still pretty fresh in that sense. You got the butterfly shoulder joints working there. They tend to be a little bit squeaky like that, but you can see that they do pose well. You've got arm swivel here, arm swivel here. It's probably better look at it. They're still a bit crunchy because they are new. Pinless elbows on both arms, wrist swivel here. And that's that. One thing I haven't really pointed out much is you haven't got a lot of ab crunch in these because of the plate carrier, but you can take these off. There is a C-grip, sorry, not a C-grip, a mushroom clip here, and you can just unclip that, pop the head off, and away you go. Speaking of the head, well, he can look down like this, and you can look, you can't look up a lot on this one. You'll see full rotation for a possessed vampire. And legs, even with these attached, you can get these up really easily. No problems there at all. I've mentioned it in a previous review for the Urban Ops Trooper, but I love these knee pads on these figures. They're so good. They're like super sturdy. I still haven't posed any of them in a squatting position, but I feel like they balance really well. You've also got this belt here. That's removable too, if you want to get it off. I've already got the knife on the back here. That is the best place for it, in my opinion. It stays on there, doesn't come off. But you might have noticed this holster fell off. These are problematic. It is something that they will need to improve with future releases because they don't stay on a lot when you are manipulating the figure. So I'll have a quick look at the accessories. You get 3 blast effects. You get the 3 different heads. So you've got this one, and you saw this one on the figure. Off camera, I went ahead and put the vampire head sculpt on. As you can see, looks pretty fantastic with the rest of the figure. There's a closer look at that. It is the same as the other one in the Urban Ops figure, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. You get the visor. Let's see if I can get that focus a bit better, which goes on here. You get these shoulder armor plates, which I've left off. You can put them on very easily. I won't do that today, but if you want to have a look at the other video of the Urban Ops, you'll see how I demonstrated that. I just prefer the cleaner look of the figure without them for this figure. You get a second holster strap, and you can fix obviously the holster on there, but you can also put things like the little pouches here on there. I've left that one off because, again, looking for a cleaner aesthetic. You get a second one of these pouch sets. I haven't switched any of these out. You just pull it off here and pop that on. Very simple. You get 2 extra magazines, and you can see the bullet in the mags there. Phone or radio, depending on your imagination, I guess. I'd lean more towards radio, and that can also go in here, which can fit onto the figure. You can also remove this plate here, and you can put an accessory in there. I prefer to leave it on for an armored aesthetic because the other one did come off my figure. Another one of these little pouches, and you get all the additional hands. So you get the pair of grabby hands, the punching hands, and the trigger finger and C grip hands. Obviously I've got one of each on the figure now. And you also get, whoops, I've just knocked the box over, these grenades as well, which is going to be attached to the figure. And we'll have a quick look at the assault rifle. Again, it is straight. It is quite rigid, and it's hard plastic, no gumminess, which is fantastic. Alright, so that's pretty much all the accessories and a look at the figure in a nutshell. I'm not going to do an extensive one for this video. If you would like a further extensive look at the same figure, go back and have a look at the other Operations Trooper that I've already done. What I am going to do now is I'm going to compare him to some other figures. So let's have a look at that. Alright, so we've got him with that Desert Snake Eyes over here, and we've got him with Night Force Shooter over here. And I think you'll find that he marries up well with both figure aesthetics. You want a Nocturnal sort of style operations unit. There you go. Blends well with her. You want to throw him in the desert with this guy. Works well also. So once again, as I've said before, he's a seamless fit with the Joes. Now obviously with the vampire head, maybe not so much, but you could always throw this on and cover that up. And it would be amiss of me if I didn't pair him up with another Operation Monster Force figure. And that one, of course, is the Urban Ops figure I've been talking about, with the same but differing head sculpt. And we've thrown in a Frank I've seen some shit castle. And I just thought, you know what? I haven't showcased this figure at all yet. And he was a recent pickup, so there you go. A look at him with some other characters. Can confirm those knee pads do serve him well. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. As you can see, he looks fantastic. He comes with all the modular extras, much like other figures in the line. And this set wasn't missing anything, I'm happy to report, which was great. And I only have a couple of little gripes that I'm sort of starting to notice. Obviously one I mentioned earlier, which is the holsters regularly falling off. But something I come across which you didn't see on camera is when changing the heads, the neck peg is popping out with this figure. And that's fine, they are like able to come out. It's not that it's broken, but when you remove the head, it's coming out with it, so you've got to pop it back in and sort of twist the head off. So that's something that has arisen with this figure. I haven't really experienced it with the other ones, so just something of note to point out. But I hope you liked the review. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this figure. Are you digging the Monster Force line? Is it too expensive for you? Do you have any other gripes about QC that I don't know about? Let me know. Happy to hear all of them. Anyway, I'm going to cut this short because I've got to hit the road to go visit my mum. So, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of jazz. Have yourself an awesome day. I hope you're enjoying your holidays as much as I have been. Take care. Say hi to your dogs for me, and I'll see you next time.